For more deets. Woo! Holy heck, ladies and gentlemen, she's back on the show. Everybody loves her. It's Florence Welch. Good morning.
Good morning. Oh, wow.
You like that?
I like that.
You've won.
Sound.
Well, such a pleasure to see you. Thank you for coming back, particularly as the past few times we've met you, we've made you blow into a tub of water to test your lung capacity.
That was on the first date as well, so that wasn't the best. Sorry, Florence.
Second time there was pillow fortresses.
Yeah, the fort.
And we implied that you were a bit of a hussy. So you're back on the show. I can't believe it. Thank you so much.
Oh, it's really nice to see you.
Oh. Congratulations on everything. 2011's been huge for you.
Yes, it wasn't a complete disaster.
It wasn't, right.
So
Brilliant.
I'm very pleased about that.
Oh, it's fantastic. No, I was never in doubt for mine, Florence. Ceremonials, it's such a great album. We featured it a little while ago. From your perspective, though, what do you reckon of the whole experience? Bringing out a second album.
Yeah, do you know, it seems to have gone quite well so far. I was worried. You know, I think you can. You can't really have any expectations when you release something because it's out of your hands, and just the way people have embraced it again is really wonderful. So
how much did all that? I mean, Lungs was such a huge record. How much did that influence the preparations for ceremonials and the thought process around ceremonials? If you know what I mean. It
did. You know, the success of Lungs was really unexpected for me and was amazing. But it was a first record, you know, and so for me, I really wanted to concentrate. It was a sound thing, like coming back into it. I wasn't really thinking about making it something that would be like successful. I just wanted to make it like musically. I wanted to refine what I'd been figuring out on Lungs, and kind of wanted to make something that was whole and a full sound. And so I think that's kind of more. I was thinking it more along the lines of sound than I was in terms of like success.
Trying to get a new house or something. Another one like that.
I still live with my mum. So.
Oh, really? How's she going?
She's good.
Yep.
Yeah, she worries.
Why?
Every time, do other people's mums do this? Whenever I walk in, like wherever I've been, she's like, eat something and go to sleep. I was like, it's 2:00 in the afternoon. I've just come back from having lunch. Yeah. Eat something and go to sleep. Wow. Like wherever I've been, she's her two demands: just eat something and go to sleep. Like whatever time it is.
She must lose her mind when you're out on tour in other countries.
Yeah, she does worry. Eat something and go straight to bed.
Did she text you
in the morning? Yeah.
Tell you to put on warm clothes and things like that.
Wrapping me in a scarf, giving me a cupcake, and putting me in a duvet.
Brush your teeth before you go to bed. I've always been told as well.
Oh, that's lovely. That's nice. You did call into Triple J and you had a chat to Lindsay, the Dr. McDougall, all about the album, and of course we featured Ceremonials too. When that interview actually went to air, though, Lewis and Veronica were two people filling in on the drive show, and they were quite miffed that they didn't actually get to. They thought they were going to talk to you themselves, but in fact they were just playing that actual interview. So, and I'm sure you remember this, they actually sorted out another interview with you, and we actually have that here, just the audio of the interview of Veronica and Lewis having a chat to you.
Hey, Florence.
Hey, Florence, how you going?
I hear you're pretty excited to be interviewed by us and not the doctor.
Oh, yeah, that'd be awesome.
Did you hear he was trying to cut in and do the interview instead of us?
What?
Yeah, would you have even done the interview with him?
You can't really say no, do you know what I mean?
Oh, but you wouldn't want to, right?
Yeah, I don't know, I think it's not, I don't know, I guess I'd rather be like...
Talking to us. Yeah, we understand.
Absolutely. Well, anyway, it was really nice to chat to you. You had a good time, yeah?
Oh my God, I don't know. I didn't know whether I was asleep or awake, or if it was real, and it was really...
Yeah, it was like a dream for us too.
Yes, it was, yeah.
Oh, cool. Thanks very much, Florence.
Thank you.
Thanks. She was lovely.
She was so great. She really loved talking to us.
Wow, what a great interview. Amazing. You saying you were hungover during that?
I recognise my hangover voice. Yeah. And that not being able to construct a full sentence.
Yep,
I was wherever you got that from, that is very hungover.
You're probably just so excited to talk to those guys, I understand.
Is two Florences or is there more Florences? Is there
the hungover and the not
There's hungover Florence. What other voices do you have? Excited Florence? Trepidatious Florence?
Yeah, if I get really excited, I just start shouting. Yeah. Can't really help it. Or if I'm talking to Izza.
Well, you got very excited coming in here. There's bunting in the studio, actually, Florence, and that made you excited. You've got a bit of a bunting fetish.
I love bunting. I've got a weird collection of it at home. I've got, like, Pentecostal bunting that's got crosses on it.
Yeah.
Oh. I've got Mexican bunting, Frida Kahlo bunting.
Frida Kahlo bunting?
Yeah, Frida Kahlo bunting.
Is that just one big monobrow? Is that what that is? That'd be amazing.
We got it from Mexico. It's, like, really beautiful cut out Frida Kahlo pictures. And I like bunting that bunting from Chinatown, bunting that we stole from a festival somewhere, a huge piece of fabric.
What is it about bunting? Is it the small triangle pieces of
I think
fabric?
it just makes everywhere look festive. I think everywhere's like celebratory.
It also could
if there's bunting.
make your house look like a used car salesman yard.
It's an issue.
If you see me hanging out in used car lots, that's why. I'm just going where there's the most bunting. That's why I love the royal wedding. Because it was like... It was like bunting festival. I woke up. I managed to sleep through the first half of it, obviously.
Yeah, well, it went for
But
quite a
I
while.
got to see them coming out of the church, which was amazing. But then I was like, I have to go and find the most bunting per square metre. So I went to the street that had the most bunting. I was literally like in heaven. Street party, bunting. Oh my God. It's so much fun.
You're like an addict at the moment. You're really like a
Just
junkie.
thinking about it.
Okay, well, let's let you enjoy the bunting in the studio. We're going to play a track, the single from Ceremonies. We play a lot here at Triple J. Shake It Out, and then we'll come back and talk more to Florence Welch live in the studio.
And that was Shake It Out. And this is what I could never be.
It's early. It's hangover Florence, I think, this morning.
No worries.
I'm not even hungover. That was Shake It Out on Triple J.
Yay!
Yay!
Thanks, Florence Welch from Florence and the Machine. I gotta let everyone know who you are. I think they'll get it, but you know.
They'll understand.
Florence Leontine Mary Welsh of Florence and the Machine fame.
There we go. From the record Ceremonials, which recently just went #1 in the UK, which must be huge. Bumping off Coldplay.
It was. I'm really kind of. That's amazing.
Have you met those guys? You met Chris and the boys?
I've met Chris. Yeah, he was really nice.
Yep. What about now? Now that you bumped him off #1 position.
I haven't.
Think shit's gonna get real next time you run into him at a festival?
Hopefully it'll be fine.
Right. Okay. You know,
Bundled by Chris Martin from Coldplay.
I'm sure Gwyneth loves bunting as well. She loves all that kind of crafty stuff.
Gwyneth and bunting, yes.
That'd be good.
I can see that.
Yeah.
You're joining us in the studio, but you're also on the cover of Triple J's magazine at the moment, Florence. Amazing picture with your red hair. What was that photo shoot like? Because they look like they're right up in your grill,
I think
as
that
they
was
say.
a Splendid in the Grass. I remember it was quite a while ago.
Yeah, right. Well, it looks great.
Thanks.
Best cover ever, with full stops, is what I've heard. But it's quite interesting in here. You said you did an interview a little while ago with someone who interviewed you 2 or 3 years prior to Ceremonials coming out, and you mentioned that you wanted a sound that was a huge rumbling sub bass with really crassy, massive electronic drums and big choral vocals. And it turned out exactly your vision.
I know, but I didn't remember that I'd said that.
Right.
And then he reminded me like 3 years later, and I was like, that's exactly what No Light sounds like, which is the first song I went in to record with Izza.
Right.
So I think it must have kind of been, brewing for the whole time. But I guess I didn't think about it too much. It just kind of, I think that was the sound I was always going to make. That was what stuck in my head.
Right. So I thought like we could do here, if we do the interview here and you say what the third album from Florence and the Machine is going to be like.
Yeah.
Like we could sort of anticipate it. Then you come back to
idea.
Australia sometime. We'll say, remember when you said this?
Yeah.
And you'll follow through on it.
What have I been, I think...
It was sort of
What
like
have I
chilled
been
reggae
thinking?
vibes from Florence.
Free jazz.
Dubstep is really big right now. Dubstep
Yeah.
will be
It'd be
huge.
like a free jazz,
Yep.
oriental fusion. I think what I kind of have been going over in my head is definitely like a more of a mix of kind of electronic and organic sounds. But I think maybe working more with like those electronic drum sounds. That's what I've been thinking, but mixing that with maybe sort of sweeter melodies, I was thinking. But yeah, working on kind of, I think the songs will probably get longer and the harmonies will get more, atmospheric. That's kind of the thought.
Great.
That's the song that I've been thinking about.
Let's lock that in. That's an exclusive. Now you
Triple
have
J
to make it
magazine
like
in a few
that.
Now I
years.
have, now I have to make it
You
like
have
that.
to
Yeah,
make it like that. You can't waver from that at all, otherwise we'll look like idiots. But that'll be great. Okay, we'll lock that in. What about clothing? I've been seeing you've been tweeting, and it seems like wherever you are, you make time to try and find clothes and go up shopping and check out some stuff.
Yeah, we went to Roselle's market. Roselle.
Great. Yes.
Yesterday.
Excellent.
That was good. I bought some kimonos.
Wow.
And two paintings, which we're going to have to find a way to get.
Oh,
That's going to be tough. What are on the paintings?
A really old wedding photo from like the 19th century. Not the most beautiful bride I've ever seen, but really kind of spooky.
Why did you buy it?
It's just really interesting. I love like really old photos.
Of
I've
ugly
got like
people.
a collection of like early photographs from like the early 1900s.
Did you sort of think of the story of this couple?
I
and-
always I always like to imagine like I had this like old photo of like an old school photo, and there's like I just don't know, like thinking about what happened to those people is kind of always really fascinating to me. I got a crush on one of them, like a crush on like a boy in a photo from
Really?
like hundreds of years ago. Yeah, and I was like, oh my god,
That's the start.
That's the man of my dreams, and he's definitely.
That's the start of a really weird, sort of romantic, wistful,
Yeah.
but
He was wearing,
slightly
like,
freaky movie.
He's like wearing dungarees from America in like
Yeah.
the early ages of Industrial Revolution. He had this amazing side parting, really beautiful face. And I was like, oh my god, the man of my dreams.
We need to make a trailer for a film for that.
Right.
Definitely.
So
Florence,
you-
just
you're
looking through the
looking at
markets
this
in
little thing.
Roselle.
Yeah.
Oh, what's this picture?
man of
Is
my
then
dreams.
coming to you in your dreams.
From
and then-
200 odd years ago.
Yeah, and then there's this lamp there as well in the same stall. You rub it, and then you go back in time, and that's a concept album too. That's the third record. There you
Yes!
Genies
nailed it.
and dead boyfriends. I think I've made that record.
go. It's a Wednesday morning on Triple J, and the lovely Florence Welch is hanging out with you. Let's have a listen to that track you mentioned before. No light, no light. Was this written on a bus? Is that right?
The start of it
That
was
was written on the bus,
written on the bus, me and Izza. It was Rob's birthday, actually.
Aw.
And we all went to an all-night restaurant called Midnights in Brussels to celebrate, and then got on the bus at about 3 a.m. and me and Izza decided that we were in a creative mood. So we got out her little MPC and we recorded like, the sound of the bus rumbling, and we made that little intro that's at the beginning, you know, the
Yeah.
And then the bus arrived in Amsterdam, and we decided that we should celebrate our creative success. And so I went looking for somewhere that would give us drinks at 7 in the morning in Amsterdam, in like these really battered old coats, looking like sort of crazy old ladies. Only place that would give us anything to drink was a sports bar. And I think we
You would have
drank,
fit it in well, though.
we drank Midori at like 8 in the morning.
Then the rest of the song got a little bit weird.
And then the rest of the song got pretty strange.
Well, here it is then. Let's have a listen. No light, no light. Written in Midnights.
Yep, here it is. You could hear the Midori at the start. You really could. It really works in there well. And Florence Welch herself,
Drinking
good friend of the show.
Midori, buying
haven't
kimonos
drunk-
from markets. What's going on with you, Florence?
I haven't drunk Midori since then, actually.
Okay, all right, that's good.
I might try and find another Midori drink tonight. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it now. I'm going to find something this evening.
Okay, that's the drink that most people have the most taste aversions to. Like, there's so many people I know just can't because they've had a bad experience on that particular one. I'm not sure what it is. Maybe it's the green.
Takes me back to being 16. Yeah, it's not.
I think that it was like Malibu.
Oh,
I can't drink Malibu now.
Great. Okay, well, you're in the country for a very limited time, and it's great to have some time with you. But you're going to be coming back in 2012 to Australia for another tour, like a
Yes,
big time tour. Is that a
yes,
dream? That's the plan.
definitely.
Excellent. And what kind of live show are you putting together? I'm seeing billowing gowns, kimonos. that
I'm
kind of
seeing
thing.
Pentecostal bunting.
Yes.
Oh, that would be great. Yeah, definitely doing that.
Great.
I think we've got some new members. We've got backing singers now, which is like my dream
Wow.
to have backing singers, and we've got an organist because there's a lot of organ
Yeah.
on this album. So yeah, it's kind of bigger, and I think what was really great about this time around is that we got to rehearse the whole record before we even went in to record it. So it's the sound of the record is. Because I recorded it with this band, you know,
Yeah.
with my band that I've toured with for 2 years, and now it's so much easier to get the song sounding like they do kind of on the record, you know, because it's worked out well both ways, you know, the live thing's gone to the record, and now that's easy to get the live thing. So
Yeah, great.
I'm kind of really happy with the way that it's worked out.
Excellent. Well, we look forward to you coming back to the country, indeed, and
Trailing Bunting and Midori.
Trailing Bunty and Midori, and your mother worrying.
I did once. There's a best joke that you can play.
Yeah, right.
By the way, is that if you put loads of bunting up your sleeve and into your coat, and then you just go, pull my bunting, and then run backwards, and all this bunting.
Like a magician.
Yes. So there's a magic trick for you there.
Thank you very much.
Well,
we
we're going
appreciate
to
it.
start taking this bunting off the roof down.
Yeah.
I'm going to try that magic trick right
We've got to try and.
Yeah, no, do it, because if you put it up your sleeve, and someone can put it.
Okay. All
Okay,
right. Gosh,
here we go.
we're pulling things off. We'll film that for the website, and you can check that out at triplej.net.au/Tom and Alex.
Florence, thanks so much for popping by Triple J.
No problem.
Thanks,
for having
Florence.
me.
Yay! Another big guest in the. Yeah, and I was listening to Ceremonials, and it's just like track after track, it's nothing but hits. You know what I mean?
It's not a weak track.
What's going on?
So, do you want to pull my bunting?
You're what?
Jeez, I didn't know that. Yeah.
What's this?
Oh my!
What is this?
Look at all that bunting that came out of nowhere! Holy shit!